What if we told you a rookie, in just his fourth IPL innings, shattered records, broke CSK hearts, and left legends stunned? Priyansh Arya, remember the name. This is the story of a fearless 24-year-old who took on the mighty Chennai Super Kings and won. Let's relive a night where fire met fury and a star was born in Mohali. Arya's historic 100. A star is born. The cricketing world stood still as Priyansh Arya erupted at the crease, launching an assault that will be remembered for years. A 39-ball century, the fastest ever by an uncapped Indian, placed him alongside the likes of Chris Gayle, Yusuf Pathan, and David Miller in IPL history. He wasn't just playing, he was announcing himself to the world. The CSK bowlers watched helplessly as Arya danced down the track, carving boundaries with elegance and violence alike. His 103 off 42 balls didn't just light up Mohali, it rewrote the IPL record books. And to think, he could have been out in the first over. A sitter dropped by Khalil Ahmed on just 6. Then another lifeline on 35, spilled at mid-wicket by Vijay Shankar. Those missed chances? They cost CSK the match. Fielding nightmares. CSK's collapse begins. Chennai Super Kings weren't just beaten, they handed the match away. 5 dropped catches, 2 of them gave Arya the freedom to build his masterpiece. CSK's fielding, once their pride, turned into their downfall. And while Arya was blazing through overs, CSK's senior pros looked stunned. A drop chance here, a misfield there. It wasn't just mistakes, it was mayhem. And when Arya opened his bat face and lifted a difficult full toss over point for 6, it wasn't just talent, it was pure audacity. He reached his 100 with a hat-trick of boundaries off Matisha Pathirana, 6-6-4. It was poetry in power. The supporting act, Shashank and Jansen, ignite the finish. Just when CSK thought the storm had passed, Shashank Singh and Marco Jansen turned up the heat. With Arya dismissed in the 14th over, they took charge, building an unbroken 65-run stand off just 38 balls. Shashank was fearless, slog-sweeping Noor Ahmad for 6 and lofting R. Ashwin straight down the ground. Meanwhile, Jansen casually launched a no-look 6 off Pathirana, reminding everyone that PBKS still had firepower. When the dust settled, Punjab Kings had racked up 219 for 6, a total that screamed intent, aggression, and belief. CSK's chase, a familiar story of collapse. Devon Conway and Rachin Ravindra began with promise, 59 in the power play. Hope shimmered for a while, but like every time since 2020, CSK's chase of an 180-plus total once again crumbled. Glenn Maxwell struck first, Ravindra stumped. Then Lockie Ferguson bounced out Ruturaj Gaikwad for just 1. Panic crept in. CSK's move to send Shivam Dube early backfired as PBKS held back spin, starving him of his usual targets. By the time MS Dhoni walked out, the required rate had climbed to nearly 20 per over. And then drama. Conway, on 69, retired out, perhaps the most telling moment of the match. It wasn't bravery, it was resignation. Before we continue, if you're loving this nail-biting breakdown and want more hard-hitting cricket stories like this, smash that subscribe button right now. The final blow. Too much for even Dhoni. MS Dhoni walked in with a glint of belief. He struck 3 towering 6s, reminders of his old magic. But the mountain was too steep. In the final over, Yash Thakur, the impact player, sent down a full toss. Dhoni tried to guide it, but it found short fine leg. Game over. Emotions ran high. A match that began with fireworks ended with a sigh. And Chennai Super Kings. They slumped to their 4th consecutive defeat in IPL 2025. The rise of Arya, the fall of CSK from Priyansh. Arya's thunderous century to CSK's unraveling, this wasn't just a match, it was a moment of transformation. One team found a hero, the other exposed its scars. Punjab Kings walked tall in Mohali. Chennai Super Kings, once the lions of the IPL, looked lost and wounded. And as the tournament rolls on, one question echoes across the league. Is this the beginning of a new era? Stay tuned.